You wake up and something feels wrong. There are no explosions, no shouting, no gunfire, just silence. And that silence feels heavier than anything you have ever experienced. A battlefield is never supposed to be this quiet, and yet here you are, sitting in the middle of it, trying to understand what just happened. Your head is pounding, your vision is still adjusting, and as you slowly look around, your heart begins to sink. Bodies are scattered everywhere. Soldiers lying across the ground, some still gripping their weapons, some frozen in the middle of what must have been their final moment, but none of them are moving. Not a single one. You quickly grab your radio, your hands slightly shaking as you press the button and call out for anyone, for command, for anyone at all. But all you get in return is static. You try again, louder this time, hoping someone somewhere will answer you, but the silence remains unbroken. That is the moment it truly hits you. You are alone, completely alone. You try to piece together what happened, forcing your mind to go back, to remember anything that could explain this nightmare. The last thing you recall is your unit advancing under heavy fire, explosions lighting up the sky, voices shouting orders, chaos everywhere, and then suddenly a flash, a deafening blast, and everything went dark. That is where your memory ends. You take a deep breath and check your gear, trying to ground yourself in reality. One magazine left, half a bottle of water, and a crumpled map still tucked into your vest. Your eyes lock onto a single marked point on that map. A fallback location. That is your only lead, your only direction, and right now, it feels like your only chance. You slowly push yourself to your feet, your body heavy as if the weight of everything around you is pressing down on your shoulders. Each step feels harder than the last as you begin walking through what used to be a battlefield, but now feels more like a graveyard. You pass destroyed tanks, burned vehicles, abandoned camps, and everywhere you look, you see familiar uniforms. People who were once your team, your brothers, now lying still in the dust. A quiet whisper escapes your lips as you ask what happened here, but deep down you already know the answer. You lost. Time begins to lose meaning as you keep moving forward. Minutes feel like hours, or maybe it is the other way around, you cannot tell anymore. There are no signs of life anywhere, no enemies, no survivors, nothing but an endless stretch of silence and destruction. It is just you. Then suddenly you hear it, footsteps. You freeze instantly, your body locking up as your grip tightens around your weapon. Your heart starts pounding as you look around and shout, demanding whoever is there to show themselves, but once again, there is no response. The sound disappears as quickly as it came, leaving you standing there questioning your own mind. Was it real, or is the isolation starting to get to you? You do not stop this time. You keep moving, faster now, driven by a growing sense of urgency. You need answers. You need to understand what is happening, and most importantly, you need to know if there is anyone else left alive. Eventually, after what feels like an eternity, you reach the location marked on your map. The fallback point, it is a bunker, partially buried under debris, its door slightly open as if someone left in a hurry or something forced its way inside. You approach carefully and step in, your senses immediately reacting to the cold, still air inside. It feels wrong, too quiet, too empty. Your footsteps echo as you move deeper into the bunker, every sound amplified in the darkness. Then you see it, a small recording device sitting on a table, still active, a faint, blinking light catching your attention. You walk over and press play, and suddenly a familiar voice fills the room. Your commander. He says that if anyone finds this, the war is over. He pauses and then continues, saying that they did not lose, humanity did. Your breath catches as you listen more closely, trying to understand what he means. He explains that they are not soldiers anymore, that they are something else entirely, something that does not stop, something that does not feel, and then he says something that sends a chill down your spine. They are still out there. The recording cuts abruptly, leaving you in complete silence once again. But this silence feels different now, heavier, more threatening. Your mind races with questions, but before you can even begin to process what you just heard, you hear something behind you. This time, it is not footsteps. It is breathing. Slow, heavy, unnatural breathing right behind you. Your entire body tenses as you slowly turn around, your weapon raised, your hands trembling despite everything you have been trained for. And then you see it. It looks human, but something is terribly wrong. Its eyes are empty, completely devoid of life, And the way it stands, the way it moves, it is not natural. It does not speak, it does not hesitate, it just stares at you, as if studying you, waiting. Your heart is pounding in your chest as your finger moves to the trigger. You know you only have one bullet left, one final chance. This is it. You take a deep breath, forcing yourself to stay calm, forcing yourself to remember everything you were trained for. You remember your oath, the reason you are here, the reason you kept going even when everything else fell apart. You were never trained just to survive. You were trained to finish the mission no matter what, no matter the cost, even if you are the last one left. Your grip steadies, your fear begins to fade, replaced by something stronger, something clearer, understanding. This war was never about winning. It was about ending, and now that responsibility falls on you. You raise your weapon, locking your eyes onto the target in front of you, and without hesitation, you pull the trigger. In that moment, everything goes silent again, and the last soldier does his duty.